Welcome to another video at Afro King Media.
You look like you forgot the last name, so you just...
I was gonna say cosplay, but I changed it.
Right. I feel it. What are we talking about today?
Has Isekai anime as a genre become the new fast food of anime? New fast food? I don't think there ever was really a fast food of anime until Isekai. And I blame Sword Art Online because the reincarnation part is just one aspect of it. Another part of it is like the game interface. Even South Korea took that whole genre and made their own thing in their manhwas and stuff with it. But Isekais, I remember there was like a year where like 3 Isekais came out at the same time with like the same story. Like it was a student in an academy with primarily females, and he had a sword and he had fire. And I was just like, and I watched all 3 of them. And like I wasn't satisfied. I just had nothing to do.
Wow, shocking. I'm shocked that you weren't satisfied.
I was just like, I guess I kept watching to convince myself that like there was a difference in between these 3 anime. There wasn't.
No.
They had different openings.
Sure, and the main characters might have had different names.
I think one had black hair, the other had brown hair.
Bro. I feel like it's not even close. I think that Isekai is the most DoorDash, Uber Eats, fast food type of anime of all time. And what I mean by that is, the reason why I say I can agree and disagree, but I can agree with Sword Art is because a lot of the shows, Sword Art popularized the Isekai. Sword Art's not the very first Isekai that came out. But at that time, it had popularized Isekai to a point. I remember...
that would be like Inuyasha or something, if not before that.
I mean, you can even...
Digimon?
You can even, what do you call it, say... Dot Hack was one. You could even say Yu Yu Hakusho because he technically died and then came back. But he didn't reincarnate as something else, so it's a little bit different. But what I'm saying in general is like, it has been done before, but at that time, I think 2009, there was a couple of anime that had came out that was really, really big. I remember that was a time that I was getting back into anime. I had not stopped watching, but I wasn't keeping up with the new stuff other than Naruto and like One Piece, like the normal, what do you call this? And when around 2009 or 8, when I was able to kind of like look at stuff, I didn't have the funds to be able to see some of the new stuff. Fairy Tail and Sword Art Online they had just came out and they were taking like the anime world by storm. So I watched both of them. Obviously, I'm trying to see what's new and what's what do you call it? And that's when I had watched the first season of Sword Art Online, which was pretty good in my opinion. Watched Fairy Tail and all of that type of stuff. But I think that Sword Art's success opened up people's third eye as far as this
game and another thing that made Sword Art Online popular is that there was also, it like intertwined the gaming community, those who play the RPGs and stuff, with the anime community as well.
And then you gotta realize, like, as far as your base anime watcher, let's talk about Japan, right? But really anywhere, most anime people play video games too. Like that's not something that hasn't coincided. That's why anime video games have been so big. The Dragon Ball games being a great example. Pokemon games, like people literally.
Those are just the console games. That's not counting what you see on PC.
Exactly. So
that's a whole other world.
I think that was something that people looked at and was like, okay, well, I think that Sword Art Online kind of put it out there to, try to tackle this type of show. And then now you're seeing these ReZeros, Yojo Senkis, Shoko Tensei's, Slime. What was the one? Somebody got spawned in as a spider. I don't know. Like there's
one that got spawned in as a sword. One that got spawned in as a vending
machine. Like it's crazy.
And Japanese authors, there's one Japanese author I remember called that up because they're like, well, all right, what are we doing? They were dead. I was like, what are we doing?
Like, come on now. We're not even telling stories anymore. This is kind of crazy. But I want to say it is pineapples because it is so generic and easy to make, to where you don't feel like you're getting genuine stories, right? Like when you get a Dr. Stone that comes out, there ain't nothing like Dr. Stone that's out, right? Or I can even say something like, let's say Demon Slayer. Like it's more original than somebody. Anytime a new isekai comes out, me personally, I don't watch them anymore. Like they're just too copy and paste. The last one I watched was, I had watched some Slime.
I'll give him 5 minutes on episode 1. That's it.
Yeah, I had watched some Slime, and the fight scenes were really good. I'll give Slime some fight scenes, but like the story, I couldn't stay behind it because it just so what? Do you know what I mean?
I think with Slime, I think the appeal with that was it felt like you were watching an RPG. And you're watching the slime level up, eventually turn into a human, and the fight scenes were decent.
Yeah,
but it gets old after a while.
Exactly, because I feel they were doing the same stuff. I mean, obviously they didn't spawn it as a slime, but the whole level up function and the video game interface that you're living through,
I can just
all
go
in
play
the
a
game.
Like,
I've seen it before. Overlord, like you see it all. We've seen it before, and that's not to say that some of those are bad, but like when you've seen enough of them, you kind of don't care anymore.
Because it ain't like these animes have the best like character writing either. Like they
it's
don't,
too simple.
Like they don't have the way that the characters interact with each other or their backstories. They're like subpar. They're not good.
See, the closest I can say it, I mean, you can say that it's, you can have an argument for saying it's an isekai or that it's not, because technically he didn't get spawned into a fantasy world, but somebody that had died and got technically reincarnated, but pretty much just went back in time, was like a race. I feel like something like that is good because, yeah, you can say that they're using a similar or a same formula.
That's like regressing.
But there's actual story behind it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not some, he died and then he spawned in.
He has to defeat the demon king.
Yeah, like if he spawned back in as a kid, but now he's a kid in India somewhere. I don't know. But you know what I mean? Like it's different. It's something. There's a whole plot point. There's something to do. We don't care about the Demon King. That's why my favorite isekai anime of all time is Konosuba, because it's just a show that makes fun of isekais. That's all it does. It just makes fun of your standard, what do you call it? And when you look at a lot of the isekais, the main characters are very bland. Some random loser that would have never been able to get touched by or talk to a girl in his life spawns in, and then there's like 17 girls that are all half naked that love him. Like, I feel like the creators of isekais, they don't care about the main character. They spend all of their time just thinking of the waifus. That's it. Like, just drawing them out and trying to make sure, because the main characters are always boring.
Yep, and then you got people talking about how these are dudes that peaked in high school that never got women.
I mean, most of the fan base is damn near the same. I hate to try to, throw y'all out there, but like, let's keep it stacked.
I feel like as a dude, you wouldn't, if you had a decent time with women, like relationship wise, not even like dating, just relationship wise, you wouldn't write female characters like that. But maybe that's just me. I don't know.
Man, like, you know what I'm saying?
I should make a video and see how many of these isekai authors actually like have a partner.
You'd be surprised.
Because a lot of them usually just stay anonymous. So.
Which is smart, in my opinion. Some people are just different.
But that's our opinion. Let us know if there are any more genres of anime that y'all think might be
fast food?
King of fast food. But I definitely think most people. I think before isekais, harem animes were that. I think isekai replaced harem.
I think isekais replaced it because the number of isekais that have came out that are famous now. But at the beginning, I would say harem might be. If isekai is fast food, I want to say like harems are like the sit down fast food restaurants, like Buffalo Wild Wings. Like, they're still pretty much fast food, but you actually sit down to eat there. But I'm not talking about no 5-star restaurant. Like, I'm talking about like Buffalo Wild Wings or Wingstop. You could still DoorDash food from there. Yeah, that's harem anime. There hasn't been a good harem. I don't even watch harem animes anymore. Them shits be making me want to bang my head against the desk.